Hello guys, I'm Netanjeet Kaur from Inspiring Minds and I will be teaching you Obs Gynae. And in Obs Gynae, our first topic is external genitalia. Here I will discuss about the anatomy, blood supply, nerve supply and lymphatic drainage and all those important areas where you can expect a lot of MCQs. So let's start. So in external genitalia, we will first discuss about the mons pubis. It is also known as mons veneris. So it is also known as mons veneris. It is nothing but it is a fatty tissue that is present over the pelvic bone and it is covered by hairs. And next is labia majora. Labia majora is a thick wall that is bounded on both the sides, and it is generally having two parts, the outer part and the inner part. The outer part is covered with hairs, whereas the inner part is without hairs. And what is important in this, the labia majora fuses posteriorly and it forms a posterior commissure. So here you can see this thing is nothing but it is a posterior commissure that is formed by the fusion of labia majora on the posterior side. So you have to remember one thing. There is a sebaceous gland, sweat glands and hairs that are present on the outer surface of the labia majora and on the mons pubis. This is an important thing that you have to remember. And sweat glands is nothing but they are just modified apocrine glands. So sweat glands, sebaceous and hairs you will find on the surface of labia majora and the mons pubis. And labia minora. Labia minora is also a thick wall that is present inside the labia majora. As you can see, I am showing it in the black line, and it has two parts. One is the upper part and the lower part. Generally, the labia minora it covers the clitoris both from abovely and below. So, जब labia minora clitoris को ऊपर से कवर करता है, at that time we call it as prepuce. And when labia minora covers the clitoris from below, हम उसे क्या कहते हैं? Frenulum. So, and one more thing about labia minora generally it fuses posteriorly and it forms the forgite, this one. And now we will discuss about clitoris. Clitoris is nothing but it is an erectile tissue that is 2.5 centimeter and it is present more interiorly. And clitoris is having three parts. What are those? That are glands of the clitoris, body of the clitoris, and two cruras. And clitoris is homologous to penis in males. As you can see, it is also erectile tissue and penis is also like that. So they are homologous to each other. Vestibule, it is a triangular opening. As you can see here, all the part that is white, that is nothing but vestibule. So आपको क्या इसमें याद रखना है कि वेस्टिब्यूल की बाउंड्रीज क्या है और उसकी ओपनिंग्स कौन कौन से स्ट्रक्चर हैं जो वेस्टिब्यूल में ओपन होते हैं. तो जनरली द वेस्टिब्यूल बाउंड्री इज लाइक दिस इज द क्लाइटोरिस. आई विल ड्रॉ हियर. Generally, if this is the labia minora, this is labia minora. This is the urethral opening. This is the vaginal opening, Bartholin glands. So all this white part that you are seeing here is nothing but it is vestibule. So what are the boundaries? Generally, abovely it is bounded by clitoris. और उसकी lateral side पे vestibule की labia minora होता है और from the base it is formed by forgite. So these are the boundaries that you have to remember. Now what are the openings that are open in the vestibule, that are present in the vestibule, that are like urethral opening. As you can see here, urethral orifice is present in the vestibule, vaginal opening is present in the vestibule, and the Bartholin glands and the paraurethral glands that is not visible in the external section. So these are the opening. And one more thing about the paraurethral gland, it is generally present on the posterior side of the urethra. present on urethra. So now the homologous structure. ये सेक्शन बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ से बहुत सारे MCQs प्रीवियस ईयर्स में पूछे गए हैं. So we will discuss about it. Okay, now labia majora is homologous to scrotum. As you can see, it is also fatty tissue. Labia majora is also fatty tissue, and scrotum is also like a fatty tissue. So you can remember like this: labia majora, scrotum. Labia minora is nothing but it is generally homologous to the ventral aspect of the penis. Clitoris. As I told you, clitoris is a erectile tissue and penis is also a erectile tissue. So clitoris and penis, you can remember like this. So clitoris is homologous to penis. And Bartholin gland, it is homologous to the bulbourethral gland. Now, how you can remember this? B for Bartholin and B for bulbourethral gland in males. So you can remember like this. And the paraurethral gland, that is, it is homologous to the prostate gland in the male. Also, you can remember like P for paraurethra and P for prostate. So this is very important area where you can expect a lot of MCQs by hearted. Put a 3-star on it. So now we will discuss about the development of the vulva. Vulva is nothing. It is just all the structure that is present in the external genitalia together refers vulva. So this is what the vulva. Now development. Now clitoris. It develops from the genital tubercle. How you can remember tube-like structure, and clitoris is also somewhere like this. So just remember tube and clitoris, tubercle and clitoris. And labia minora. Labia minora develops from the genital folds. Labia majora, it develops from genital swellings. As we told, like labia majora is homologous to the scrotum, it is also known as, the genital swellings are also known as labioscrotal swelling. And vestibule develops from the urogenital sinus. So they may ask you like कौन सा स्ट्रक्चर जेनिटल ट्यूबरकल से originate होता है. तो ऑप्शन में क्लाइटोरिस हो सकता है, लेबिया मेजरा माइनरा, एंड यू हैव टू चूज अ करेक्ट वन, दैट इज क्लाइटोरिस, और दे कैन आस्क यू ऑल्टरनेटली. नाउ we will discuss about the blood supply and the nerve supply of the vulva. And one more thing, the Bartholin gland and the paraurethral glands are nothing. They are just a downward growth of the urogenital sinus. So, Bartholin gland and paraurethral gland are downgrowth of urogenital sinus. Just 1 minute. Now the blood supply and the nerve supply. Blood supply to the vulva is generally by the internal pudendal artery. And nerve supply pudendal nerve. So this is about the blood supply and nerve supply. Now we will proceed towards the lymphatic drainage of the vulva. lymphatic drainage of vulva. So lymphatic drainage of vulva, it is mainly drained into the superficial inguinal lymph nodes. They are also known as the senator lymph nodes. Senator lymph nodes. What does mean by senator lymph nodes? For example, कोई organ है और ये lymph node है. So ये organ directly drain हो रहा है इस lymph node में. Then this lymph node is known as nothing but senator lymph node. और again senator lymph node जो होते हैं वो deep inguinal lymph node में जाके drain करते हैं. And the important clinical area in the lymphatic drainage of vulva is जनरली जो मिडलाइन होती है वल्वा की, वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि जो लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज होती है बोथ साइड ऑफ वल्वा की वो क्रॉस करती है. एंड इफ देयर इज एनी ट्यूमर इन द मिडलाइन ऑफ वल्वा, सो इन दैट केस आपको दोनों साइड के लिम्फ नोड को कट करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो जस्ट रिमेंबर, इफ tumor is present in midline of vulva, you have to do bilateral lymphadenectomy. बिकॉज ये हो सकता है कि मे भी ट्यूमर मेटास्टाइज करने का खतरा ज़्यादा हो सकता है. इन दैट केस हम पहले ही प्रिकॉशन के तौर पे कट कर लेंगे दोनों lymph nodes. और अगर it is the tumor of the lateral side, in that case no need to go for the bilateral lymphadenectomy. In that case you can go for the ipsilateral lymphadenectomy. Now we will discuss about the lymphatic drainage of clitoris. So clitoris generally जो होता है, it drains by the lymph nodes of Plocket, or they are also known as Rosenwiller lymph nodes. जनरली क्या होता है, 5% केसेस में होता है कि लिम्फ नोड ऑफ क्लॉटेड प्रेजेंट होती है. बाकी अदर केसेस में क्या होता है, जनरली क्लाइटोरिस डायरेक्टली ड्रेन कर जाता है डीप इंग्वाइनल लिम्फ नोड्स में. सो जस्ट रिमेंबर, इन 5% केसेस it drains into this, but in other cases it drains directly into the deep inguinal lymph nodes. And one more thing about the vulvar lymphatic lymph nodes, just remember, generally the vulvar lymphatic lymph nodes never crosses the labiocular fold. It is a very important point. इस पे MCQs भी पूछे जाते हैं कई बार. Never or hardly crosses labiocrural lymph. So this is about the lymphatic drainage, and now we will discuss about the Bartholin gland little bit more. So Bartholin gland, also known as greater vestibular gland. जनरली जो बार्थोलिन ग्लैंड होता है वो पी साइज्ड होता है एंड इट इज अ रेसिमोस टाइप. टू इन नंबर होते हैं. रेसिमोस का मतलब दे आर ब्रांच्ड ग्लैंड्स. सो पी साइज्ड, टू इन नंबर एंड रेसिमोस टाइप. जनरली द बार्थोलिन ग्लैंड्स ये प्रेजेंट होते हैं सुपरफिशियल पेरिनियल पाउच में, बट इनकी ओपनिंग जो होती है, एज आई टोल्ड यू, इट इज देयर ओपनिंग इज इन द वेस्टिब्यूल. सो जनरली वेस्टिब्यूल के कौन से पार्ट में ये प्रेजेंट होते हैं? दे आर जनरली प्रेजेंट बिटवीन द ग्रूव ऑफ द लेबिया माइनर एंड द हाइमेन. सो प्रेजेंट इन superficial perineal pouch and opens into vestibule, and there in the vestibule, the groove between labia minora and hymen. Or you can also say they open generally in the anterior, at the junction of anterior 2/3 and the posterior 1/3. At junction of anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. So generally, what is the function of Bartholin gland? It helps in the lubrication during the sexual excitement. So sometimes what is happening, the duct may get obstructed by any trauma or any infection. In that case, it may causes the Bartholin cyst and Bartholin abscess formation. So now we will discuss about we will differentiate about what are the difference between Bartholin cyst and what is the difference between Bartholin abscess and cyst. Bartholin cyst and Bartholin abscess. जो Bartholin cyst होता है ये जनरली नॉन टेंडर होता है. It is non-tender, whereas Bartholin abscess is tender. Non-tender, it is a bile swelling. It is tender. एंड जो Bartholin cyst होता है ये मोस्ट कॉमन vulvar cyst होता है. It is also most common vulvar cyst. Generally, which organism causes the Bartholin cyst? The most common organism is E. coli. And if they ask you what is the treatment or what is the management of the Bartholin cyst, you will say it is marsupialization. I will explain you what is marsupialization. Treatment is and in Bartholin abscess, the most common organism is E. coli and gonococcus. Generally, Bartholin abscess में हम treatment की और management we can say it is incision and drainage process. Incision and drainage process. So what is marsupialization? Marsupialization is just a form of incision and drainage procedure. इसमें क्या करते हैं हम cyst को incise करते हैं, उसके बाद उसकी drainage करते हैं, and then we just suture the wall of the cyst with the vaginal mucosa. We will get the cyst open because हम नहीं चाहते कि फिर दोबारा री-इन्फेक्शन हो जाए. मे बी अगर हम suture कर देंगे उसको तो फिर से इन्फेक्शन होने के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं cyst formation के. In that case, we just leave it open so that there is no further complications. So this is about the external genitalia. And one more thing, the space between, or you can say the space between the vagina and the fourchette is known as fossa navicularis. Just remember it. So guys, this is about the external genitalia. And for more videos, please subscribe our YouTube channel. And please keep supporting Inspiring Minds. Subscribe our channel. Thanks a lot. And follow us on Instagram.